We want to talk about character when it comes to sports. There are many people who are in sports who have character, many who don't. But one of the ones who really had character was Lou Gehrig. Now, that one was Bill Russell, the very famous center for the Boston Celtics. Let me just talk about Gehrig and Russell for a minute. Gehrig played behind Babe Ruth. Actually, he was ahead of Babe Ruth. He had more hits than Ruth. He played in more crucial games than Ruth, but Ruth became known because of his flamboyant attitude. Lou Gehrig was a team player. He did the right thing at every turn. I remember when Lou Gehrig retired, they had an event for him. He had a disease that was just a terrible disease, Dilenschneider disease. Lou Gehrig, extraordinary man, said, I feel like the luckiest man on the face of the earth when he retired from the Yankees. Bill Russell came along as a black man, a center at the Boston Celtics, when every other player was white. Bill Russell broke the mold. And again, he never put it in anybody's face, but he just played great basketball. And he was tremendous with kids, as was Gehrig. Both of them spent a lot of time with young people, teaching them lessons, what to do, how to do it. Russell was in particular very interested in seeing more young black men play basketball. And he's responsible for a lot of the people that entered the NBA and really excelled right and left. But Bill Sharman, Bob Cousy, Tommy Hendricks, all of them played on the Celtics. All were white. Russell was black, and it was extraordinary what he did. Lou Gehrig, and coming back to Gehrig, was a great first baseman. He really cared about other people. He cared about the Yankees. He was a team player. He never asked for anything. It just came to him. And when it came to him, he took it and took it with enthusiasm, but he always found a way to give something back. That's the kind of guy Lou Gehrig was. Lou Gehrig would hit a home run, he'd circle the bases, touch the plate, and go back to the dugout. Babe Ruth had hit a home run, he'd circle the bases, hit every single base, and every single base was an opportunity for Ruth to really show the kind of person he was. And he let us all know. Gehrig never did that. Gehrig was a guy that should have really gone on to play as a manager, should have gone on to motivate even more people. Today there are films about Lou Gehrig because of the kind of guy he was. I don't know if there are any films about Bill Russell. Russell was a man of, again, enormous character. I doubt if he had films about him. Russell never took anything personally. He took things that made a difference in terms of other players and the Celtics. He was responsible for a lot of the Celtics' victories. He was responsible for a lot of the minority players who came into the NBA and basketball and made a difference. Bill Russell, if there were young people sitting on the sideline during a Celtic game, would walk over to them and have a chat with them. He was that kind of guy. Lou Gehrig was the kind of person who would go into the stands, literally, and shake people's hand and let them know who he was and how glad he was they were there. Lou Gehrig was a character. People stood up because of Lou Gehrig. Bill Russell was a character. People stood up because of Bill Russell. He made a great difference.